Peace, everybody. Peace, everybody. Peace, everybody. This is Brother James,
And I'm Nicole.
and we are speaking to you once again from MP Fat. Sorry, it's been a while, but as the young people say, life be lifing,
Yes,
and things be happening.
most definitely.
And as a matter of fact, we're just going to use that as a segue into what we want to talk to you all about. We know that you're aware that this is Autism Awareness Month. And what we want to do is we just want to let y'all know, straight from parents who are dealing with three children,
Hmm.
young children on the spectrum.
Yeah.
We want to let you know the real deal about being aware. We'll make you aware of the things that we go through on a daily basis, the
Hmm.
good, the bad, and the ugly,
Yeah.
because we understand that you all need to hear what goes on. Because a lot of times, as parents of special needs or special seed children, we have a tendency to kind of pull back, kind of hide in our shells, um, stay in our houses, and stay to ourselves. But we want to let y'all understand that we need to be checked on. We need to know that there are people out there that are aware of our situation and want to help. And it would be a tremendous blessing for us just to get a call. How you doing?
Yes.
Everything okay? Y'all good? Anything you need? Now we know that y'all don't necessarily have everything that we need, that goes without saying.
Right.
But just the fact that you offered goes a long way.
Hmm.
And trust and believe, we need just about everything, especially since COVID hit, and that really just screwed up everything. Even though I know we're past the actual COVID pandemic now, but I'm saying at that point, things drastically changed, especially when we were on lockdown in our homes,
Right.
when we couldn't get to the therapies and so on and so forth, the schools,
Hmm.
parents especially, we didn't have an outlet anymore. We had to basically try to be and do everything
Yes.
for ourselves
And our children.
and our children, and it was rough.
Yes, it was.
Do you hear me? Rough, very rough. I know it was rough for everybody, but it was especially hard on us and the children. You know, even to this day, one of our dear helpers who was aiding the children in speech, when she got offered a better job and she had to leave the people that we were working with, our son, to this very day, where's Mr. Mag?
Yes.
I want to know where Mr. Mag is. Can we see Mr. Mag?
Yeah. And
That's
every time we say she got a new job, he says, a new job? Why a new job? And of course, we can't answer that question for him, but you know, your children can form some very strong bonds
right.
with the people in your village and the therapists that you work with. So,
And so that just adds to the fact of, like I said, we need to be checked on because unfortunately, things do happen. We can't be mad at people for wanting to move on and improve their lives. Sometimes people just had to move. As a matter of fact, what was McKeel's the therapist that really helped him when we first got started with him? I
oh,
cannot
the
remember her name right now.
occupational therapist,
Yes,
Miss Elise.
yes. She was very tight with McKeel.
Yes.
And McKeel learned a lot. And when he actually, we were blessed when she felt as though he pretty much finished the program. He finished what we were set to do. It was how does that saying go? Parting is sweet sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think I shed a tear or two.
because she was very, very good with him, but she had to move. She moved on to, I think she moved to a whole different state
Yes, she did.
somewhere. But I'm just saying that to say this is why we need to be checked on because things change in unexpected ways. Sometimes we lose some of our best people
Right.
and we got to recoup.
Yes.
And
Mm.
so it would be good if someone could send a call, send out the bat signal.
Yeah. And let me clarify, my shed tears weren't so much for missing her. It was more of anxiety,
Mm, yes,
anticipating, okay, so what's next? You know,
yes.
she was part of the safety net, part of the village. And so when you lose a part of your safety net, feels like there's a hole there that needs to be filled. So
Absolutely.
it's like, well, who's going to fill it? What's going to happen? Is he going to regress?
Mm,
Is the next person, if we need another person, are they going to be as good? All these questions start to um, be stirred up in your mind. So,
right. And we have to wake up to it, go to bed with it, and restart it the next day. And so again, please check on anybody, any family that you know that has a child or children on the spectrum. Check
mhm.
in on them.
Yeah, a phone call does not cost you anything.
Especially if you can call and really back up your words when you say, is there anything you need? Are you good? Sometimes y'all have to understand we don't really get breaks.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand, when a typical child hits 5, they can start doing things on their own. That doesn't necessarily happen with a child on the spectrum. They may
Right.
get some things, but the full things that a typical child can do, that's not there. So we don't start getting that rest,
Right.
start getting those breaks. No, we're still constantly doing a lot of the same things. And then because the children are getting older, everything's expanding.
Right. It's almost like being in a perpetual toddler cycle. But these are tall toddlers.
Right.
Sometimes it's tall or taller than you. And the child safety locks that are made for toddlers don't work for a strong, almost preteen. So you have to find other ways to lock cabinets or keep them out of the refrigerator at inappropriate times or keep them from opening exterior doors and escaping. Um so it can be very scary.
Yes. Again, call us.
Yeah. And we won't keep you on the phone for long because we don't have a lot of time. We have to get back to them.
Or as famous in our house, while we're on the phone, Daddy, Daddy, can you put on so and so? Daddy, I need. Well, Daddy, yeah. This
Well,
going.
mommy's in there too.
I'm sorry. Yes, mommy is definitely in there too,
Mhm.
and so it still means a lot though.
Yeah.
Just that you called, showed you cared, and but especially if you do put some time in with that call, and you allow us to maybe vent a little bit, because that helps us to be able to get stuff off our chest. And then especially if you've done some research or came across some things that you think might be helpful, and you can give us your idea, not force, because you do have to be careful. So, you know, what I mean, some of us are very sensitive. Well, you know, most parents are sensitive about their children,
Right.
but just bring us what you have. You know, we're more than happy to at least look into what you may bring to us so that we can add it in and hopefully help. Hopefully it helps.
Yes.
So we just wanted to say that to you that we need to be checked on. I'm not ashamed to say that.
Me either.
We need to be checked on for our mental health as well as the children's mental health. Somebody check. Just give a quick call, give a quick text
Yeah.
so that it means so much just to know again, somebody's out there that's aware and pays attention.
Yes.
Somebody's out there that's got at least a concern.
And in venting, we're not meaning to look to you to solve all of our issues or any of our issues. We're just looking for someone to listen and not judge.
Right. Because there are situations that are very similar. And you may have gone through it with your child, had a method that you used that worked. And so we're open to the methods because we need some. And for all of our families that have children on the spectrum, you know, we definitely need methods. And unfortunately, things change quickly. You know, something that was good yesterday may not work tomorrow.
Right.
Things can literally change that fast because something can click in the child's mind, and now, boom, they're thinking on a different level, thinking about different things,
Exactly.
and now we have to readjust. So once again, we didn't want to be on long, but we just wanted to make you aware. Call us. Any family dealing with autism that you know, just call or text them. Check in on them.
Yes.
Just make sure that we okay because we can tell you it's hard, it's stressful. You constantly got a whole bunch of stuff in your mind. You know, you're trying to do the regular stuff,
Mm-hmm.
pay bills, maintain your house,
Yeah.
and everything else on top of whatever needs you have to try to provide for your child or
Right.
find
Right.
for your child.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and end it here, but keep on listening because we are going to strive to make short videos as much as we can during Autism Awareness Month because we want you to be aware of what we as families dealing with autism are going through.
Awareness and acceptance.
All right.
Yes. And if you have any stories you want to share with us, put them in the comments underneath the video. Share your stories with us. Or if you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, let us know that too.
And don't forget, donate, please, as much as you can, whenever you can. Um, and email us. I think it's a changing life on the spectrum at gmail.com. And
Yes.
just let us know what you're thinking and what you may need, you know, so we can try to search for people that may have the answers.
Yes.
So with that, you know what we're famous for. We say
Peace.
peace. Peace, everybody. We thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. And we thank you for tuning in and giving us your time and energy for changing life on the spectrum. If you would like to leave us an email because there's something you want to see on the show or any information that you may need or want to request, go to changinglifeonthespectrum@gmail.com and just drop us an email. And if you want to support the show, We ask you to support the nonprofit that brings you the show, which is McKeel's Path for Autistic Triumph, by going to www.mpfat.org and hitting that donate button so that we can continue to help our families dealing with autism, and we can continue to help them by changing life on the spectrum. Thank you and peace.